I need to talk about boundaries again because I see more and more people with faulty boundaries, or they just don't talk about their boundaries with their partner. So before while they're dating, when they're engaged, and then they get married, there is no talk about what my expectations are, what my boundaries are. And so what I see is a lot of contention in couples during their arguments that has nothing to do with nothing. It has to do with what each person wanted as a boundary, but they never talked to the other person. And they assumed the other person would do exactly what they wanted. And that's just messed up. I mean, you can't do that. Maybe in a, dating high school situation, but once you're dating and once you're getting ready to get married, you guys need to talk to each other about your expectations, what you feel you have control over in marriage in a long-term healthy relationship, and what you absolutely do not. Like, some people will tell me, well, that was a boundary I had. And I'm like, did you tell them? So no. Well, they should just know. No, they cannot know. You have to talk about it. So I'm going to go through the list again of what you have no control over with your partner, unless you guys are talking about this. And even then, you have minimal control over what they do. And then what you do have control over with the relationship that you are responsible for. So the first one, you have no control over your partner's feelings. Telling them they should feel a certain way or manipulating them to feel guilty is unhealthy, and they shouldn't be in a relationship with you if you do that tactic. Your partner's thoughts or beliefs, no control. You can suggest things, you can tell them what you believe, but overall, their beliefs, their thoughts are their own. Your partner's behavior long term. You can tell them, hey, listen, I don't like it when you go out with that person or happy hour with that group. But you have no control over it. Basically, they are their own person, and it would be unhealthy for you to mandate that unless those people were bad for your marriage. And as a group, as a couple, you guys chose, okay, we're going to stay away from these friends because these friends are actually harmful for the marriage we're co-creating. How much attention your partner gives, you have no control over that. You can tell them, I wish you gave me more attention with this, or I feel like I don't get enough attention with this, but whether or not they give you attention is totally on their side of the relationship, their responsibility. You cannot control their partner's past. No matter what happened in your partner's past, you cannot change it, you cannot save it, you can hide it from other people, but that's not going to be in your best interest, most likely. You cannot control your partner's relationships with others. You can suggest things once again, but you can't control it. You have no idea. You have to trust them that they're not going to be talking to exes and other people. You can say, that's my boundary. If you're going to do that, I can leave, but you can't control them or stop them. The idea that you want a relationship to be a certain way, you can't control it. You can do your part to make it, but you can't change their interaction. In other words, you can't choose the action they'll take. You cannot change how they resolve conflict. The two of you can work on it together, but once again, they have to do their part. And if they're not willing to, then that's a part they have to own. You will have a choice how you deal with that. You cannot control how your partner will react in a relationship. No one knows when they get married that their partner will 100% stay with them. You can't know. They don't even know. And it's not your job to try and control that. You have to keep your eyes on you. You have to be that person who you know no matter what happens, you're going to own and do your part. Now, these are the things you do have control over to make a great relationship possible. You control how you communicate. You control your listening skills. You control how you show love to your partner, whether you show love to your partner, and appreciation. You control your ability to regulate your emotions. If you're not self-disciplined, if you choose to emote all over, that's on you, okay? That's your part, your responsibility. Nobody made you do that. You did that. Your boundaries. It's up to you to make firm, strong boundaries for you. And when you talk with your partner about firm, strong boundaries for the relationship, your job to do your part of that. But you cannot control what they do. What you choose to become, to face up to, or to believe, those are all on you. You control the effort you put into your self-grooming. Okay? If you let yourself go, that isn't because of your partner. That's on you. And you have to take responsibility for it. And you have to be willing to change those things. Owning your part of any conflict, any joy, anything else. When something good happens in the family, you control your part of it too. You say, I'm really proud of myself. Like, I did this. And your partner should be able to do the same. It's up to you to help create that joy, but how you deal with it is on you. If they don't celebrate you, well, then that's on them. But you can celebrate you, and you can make it a celebration for the family. How you handle conflict, that's on you. Choosing to stay or leave the relationship, that's on you. Listen, I listen to a lot of couples, and I listen to a lot of conflict, and I often hear one partner saying, well, I initiated the divorce, but the reason I did was you. Yeah, that doesn't fly. In real life, you choose. And you may have a whole lot of reasons you choose, but at the end of the day, you choose. So keep your focus on being the best partner you can be. Keep your focus on making the relationship better. And then if your partner chooses something that just goes against everything you believe in, then it's time to talk to a professional, seek help, and do what you can depending on what your needs are at that time. No judgments on my part, as long as you choose and you take ownership of your part. If this video is helpful for you, please subscribe. And if you're already a subscriber, thank you so much.